Hey there. Welcome to another episode of The Adaptive Male. Today I want to talk about nice guys and bad boys and how they are basically two sides of the same spectrum and what they're aiming to accomplish, what their goals are, how they're both basically getting to one half of the equation of what they're looking for in companionship and relationships, especially with women, and realizing they're not getting it because they're approaching it from half the approach instead of finding the middle ground, which is going to get you everything you want. In this framework, we'll start off with the nice guys, which is this idea that what is a nice guy? A nice guy is a person that is doing everything they can to try to people please. They're doing everything they can to be whoever they need you to be in order for them to like you. If you're a typical nice guy, if you know somebody who's a typical nice guy who's approaching women in his life, maybe prospective partners is interested or things like that, or people in your life, what you're doing by being very inauthentic about how you're feeling towards this person is trying to turn into a chameleon of sorts. You're trying to be the person you think the person wants you to be in order for you to get close to them. And as a nice guy, in this sentence, on one side of the spectrum, what you're basically doing is you're seeking to get a validation of social intimacy. You're trying to get close to the person by getting them to lower their guard, to trust who you are pretending to be in order to get them to like you. You're getting social intimacy out of it by getting them to feel comfortable around you the way they can talk to you, especially in the case of, guys chasing women. They feel comfortable around you. They feel like they can talk to you. You're like a brother to them. They love talking to you. They love the fact that you listen so well, which is all great and wonderful. But deep down behind that, you're probably in the vicinity because you find her attractive on more than one level. You like talking to her, you like that she listens to you, but you also maybe find her sexually attractive. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what would happen if she found out about that? So what do you do? That's not I mean, I do have those feelings, but I feel weird if she knew. So maybe if I just kind of stay in proximity, she's not going to be run away from me. She's getting close to me socially, and maybe that'll accidentally be able to trip and fall into her if I'm lucky. But in reality, what you're only doing is you're just doing half the equation, which is you're getting social intimacy without any opportunity for deeper connection through things like sexual intimacy, which is fair to say as a man chasing a woman or chasing anybody in that regard, that you're going to want both sides of the equation: social intimacy, sexual intimacy, healthy relationship. On the opposite side, we have the bad boys. What do bad boys do? Bad boys are guys who might present as overly confident and relatively indifferent to opportunities they have with women, to the point that they are very forward with their intentions. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear in a very sexual and confident and cocky way, presenting a sense of false confidence to get to spring up that sexual interest in you, because you might be seeing me as this confident man, but in reality, what I'm actually doing as a bad boy is I'm trying to put up this front of sexual interest to cover up the fear I have around social intimacy with you. In reality, I'd rather just chase a quick, short-term gratification sexually to get a sense of validation of myself as a man and my masculinity and things like that, rather than cultivate both sides of the coin. So the bad boys are over here getting sexual gratification at the expense of social intimacy, and the nice guys are getting social intimacy at the expense of sexual intimacy. So then what is the healthiest answer? The healthiest answer is the middle ground. The middle ground is the grounded masculine man who basically says, I am a nice person, but also I'm a confident sexual bad boy on some level too. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know who you are. I want you to know who I am. And I want to get the opportunity to maybe engage with you in a social, sexual manner. I find you sexually attractive. I'm a man. I have these feelings. It's totally healthy and totally normal, and it's fine. And when you can step up to somebody and say, I have both, I'm interested in both, these are both my needs of what I'm looking for in a relationship with a person I might find interested, and then being able to gracefully be rejected if they're not interested, or take your shot and maybe she is interested in you. Who knows? You'd be surprised. But being able to withstand the potential possibility of rejection and not letting it bury you or turning you into one of those two guys. Confident, grounded man, if he can't handle rejection sexually, becomes a nice guy. Confident, grounded man who can't handle social intimacy turns into a bad boy. Confident, grounded man who can say, I'm looking for social and healthy relationship intimacy as well as sexual intimacy, and if you're not the person to give it to me, totally fine. We'll part ways. It was nice meeting you. I'm fine with that. Sexiest thing you can do as a person. Let me know if this resonated. Leave a comment below. Subscribe. Send this to a friend. And as always, let's keep adapting.